So this is the Lincoln Maritime Center. We're located at 46 Summer Street at the Hingham Rotary. It is a community sailing and rowing program. It's been in existence for 43 years. It started as the Lincoln Sailing Center, and it started out with 10 turnabouts and 1 powerboat and 2 docks. The Lincoln Maritime mission, which was the original mission, has not changed. It is the mission to provide affordable access to the community, to the water, whether it be with sailing, with rowing, or just being able to fish off the edge of the wharf. That is our primary goal here, is to continue to make things affordable. We do offer scholarships to those who still can't even afford our pricing. Not many people can afford the Hingham Yacht Club or any other yacht club in the area, and those yacht clubs have a limited number of people that can be members. We do not have a number that we don't limit ourselves as far as how many people can attend here. We only are limited by the number of boats we have in a class, and we strive very hard to open more opportunities if the demand is there. This is the Thomas E. Curtis Pavilion. It was built back in the 70s to replace the wedding tent that was originally donated as our shelter when the program first started here. It's used on a daily basis by the community and by our programs. Currently, right now, behind me is a Hingham High School rower training, keeping in shape for her upcoming season. It is used in the mornings. Our beginner classes are often held under here, or many of our sailing classes are held under the pavilion, and the youth use it often to work out in, using the ergs or some of the other apparatus that is located around the periphery of the pavilion. But the pavilion is available to anybody who would like to come down and enjoy just a nice picnic. We have tables for anybody to enjoy. And often you'll see different community groups using the facility to enjoy an evening dinner. This is the Curtis Family Boathouse. It was donated by the Curtis family, who has been a longtime supporter of this organization. In fact, Tom Curtis, with Ginny Gray and Bill Gray, came up with the idea of the sailing center to offer community sailing to the young and the young in heart of the community. The family donated this boathouse in 2003. It is used as a place to store Lincoln's spare equipment, Hingham High School spare equipment. NDA stores some equipment here in their spring as well. It is a simple boathouse with some desks and lots of storage space for all of our different equipment. We have lots of different types of boats here. We have, for the junior sailors, we have Optimists and N10s, or turnabouts as they were formerly known. And as they advance, they move into the Laser and the 420 class. On occasion, they get to use a Rhodes 19, which is a much larger boat with 2 sails. And the rowing we offer, our starting rowing program is in a quad, which is a 4-seat rowing boat with a coxswain, so that person steers and helps direct the boat. And then they can move it, rowers, youth and adult rowers can move into the singles class, which is a 1-person boat, or to the more advanced racing quads, 4s. Lincoln Maritime owns approximately 90 boats. The first fleet that we're going to talk about right now is the Optimist. It is a junior sailing boat. It's 8 feet long, and it's typically sailed with 1 person, usually a junior sailor up to the age of 15. We use it as our beginner boat, and when we use it as our beginner boat, we put 2 sailors together just for moral support as much as sharing the skills as we build the independence of our sailors. The 2 bottom boats are what we call our Hudson rowing shells. They are used for our rowing classes for the youth as well as the adult classes. It's typically where we start our program, and as people develop skills the skill sets necessary to be successful in the rowing shell, be it coordination of how to operate the oars, or the comfort level in the boat, or as well as just picking up speed and all the coordination involved. We start with these, and then we move up to the more advanced boats that do not have a coxswain. They are just 4 people rowing, and they are steered within the rowers, where the bottom boats have 4 rowers and 1 coxswain that can steer and is facing forward, which makes it a little bit easier to see where they're going and to coordinate all of the efforts. These, well, there's 5 here now. 1 appears to be out on the water. These 6 boats are what we call our singles. We use them for 2 purposes, one of which is for a class called the singles class. Typically, we take out 6 adults in the singles class with 1 coach, and they work on their own personal techniques as they get to feel all of their efforts put together to make their boat move. It's also used as a youth training boat on occasion when they, once again, developing single skill sets per person, for each individual. And we also have an opportunity to use our boats, our rowing shells, in what's called open row on Saturday mornings for people who are enrolled in our program or enrolled in our open recreational rowing program. These 2 boats are our newest boats to our fleet. These are known as Rhodes 19s. They are sailed competitively throughout the Mass Bay area, and we are very excited to have them with us as donations to our program, which we happily accept donations of boats that we can use. These are used both in the youth program, the opportunity to get a group of students out together to build their comfort level, to give them the opportunity of what it feels like to sail on a bigger boat with a little bit more weight and more weight and sail than many of our other boats. Once again, these boats are available to skilled sailors in our open sail program Monday nights, Wednesday nights, and Saturdays. The boats out on the mooring behind us are called N10s or turnabouts. They're 10 feet long, and they have been the staple of this program since its beginning. Actually, some of the boats that are out there are almost from the beginning. They are just shy of 40 years of age, and they are still operational. We do a lot of bubble gum and duct tape to keep them together, but they have been around. We use them for our youth program. It's a nice stable boat where we can take a few kids out at a time, and it is most commonly used for our adult program, our Learn to Sail adult program that exists on Monday nights and Saturday mornings. It is also available to any family that might like to come down, that's a member that utilizes our program, that they have paid the program fees for. Once again, very much like open row, we have open sail Monday nights, Wednesday nights, and Saturday afternoons. These boats are known as the Laser. It is an international class boat that is competitively sailed throughout the world. We use these boats as one of our advanced junior sailing boats for kids who have grown out of the Optimist but aren't quite ready to sail in the 420 or would prefer to sail alone. These are single-handed boats. We also use them to support our adult sailing programs. They are also used in the spring and the fall for a program called the Salty Dogs. It's a group of 35-year-old and over sailors that aren't ready to put their boats away or put up their foul weather gear for the winter. So you'll often see these boats sailing about or racing about in the spring and the fall right in Hingham Harbor on Sunday afternoons. Lincoln Maritime has a fleet of 9 powerboats that support all of the programs that operate down here, whether it is our junior sailing program, our rowing programs, Hingham High School rowing programs, NDA sailing programs, or Hingham High School sailing programs. These boats get launched in March and get hauled out in October, and as you can imagine, they get a lot of time on the water, and they each have their own little personality that our staff has become very skilled in operating using them for safety and educational purposes. And the boats behind me on the floating dock are known as 420s, Club 420s. They are used by our advanced sailors, and they are raced competitively all over this area, Hingham Bay, Quincy Bay, Duxbury Bay, Scituate Bay, wherever they hold what's called sailing events called regattas, where all the junior sailors come together. They are also used as the training boat and the team boat for high school sailing programs, and we use it. Hingham High School Sailing uses a 420, and Notre Dame actually charters our 420s for their program. The 420 is the boat that is commonly used at the collegiate level as well, so it's a nice stepping stone for our sailors to go into collegiate sailing. So please come on down and enjoy this beautiful resource that the Board of Selectmen allow us to maintain for the community.